42 Dugg, Lil Baby, Rylo Rodriguez. It is what it is. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a pretty good episode for you today. Let me tell y'all something. And guys, I can't believe it. In the big old 2025, we're talking about 42 Dugg. You know, it's been a while since I talked about 42 Dugg. I remember, a long time ago, when we used to talk about Lil Baby, Polo G, all these different other rappers and stuff like that. And 42 Dugg was always one of the features that was on a Lil Baby album, that was on, a Polo G album or a Lil TJ album, or, 5 Yo fucking For It. And I swear to God, there might have been a 42 Dugg feature. 42 Dugg has been goddamn everywhere. And, I'll say this, my experience of listening to 42 Dugg is pretty much okay, pretty much gets the job done. Is he anything that, that I've heard, that makes me go, holy shit, this guy's fucking, off the charts fire? No, kind of reminds me of a Kodak Black, a more southern type rapper, which, is a hit or miss sometimes. But, this song's trending right now. It's got some features on it. It's got a couple of features on it, which I've actually talked about these features recently. So it makes sense. We got this song right now, Is What It Is. This song is sampling the I Got 5 on it. So, already that's pretty much a cheat code. Already having a beat that's really, a beat that's very familiar, very, can get easily stuck in your head, which, I've always said this in the big 2025, but one of the big things I'm going to talk about when I do my worst songs of the year, best songs of the year, which is coming out this week, by the way, so get ready for that. Once I get into talking about that, one of the things that I am going to really talk about is this whole 2025 using samples to their fullest extent. Really using samples to the point where I'm just going, man, you just straight up ripped this sample and you didn't do a goddamn thing with this sample. And it's just kind of funny how every time I hear a good sample, a popular sample, and I'm like, okay, they need to go fucking hard on this. I mean, you can't just use this basic ass sample and just kind of get away with it. No, you need to really fucking rap your ass off, or you need to sing your ass off, or you need to add something to it, or you need to do something that doesn't fully just rip off the sample. I mean, that's what I'm listening to at this point. And, we're going to get into 2025. A lot of rappers, a lot of artists I've talked about recently, even Glorilla, is just ripping samples off, etc. So, that's definitely something. But we're going to talk about that later down the week. Let's get into the song, guys. 42 Dugg, It Is What It Is, featuring Lil Baby and Rylo Rodriguez. Let's talk about the beat. Now, the beat is your typical sample with your 808s and trap drums. That's kind of all you get. But I do like the slight switch-ups that the beat does have, the slight little drum switch-ups that sound pretty goddamn fire, in my opinion. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing that's making me go, oh shit, this beat's like off the fucking charts. There's not really many beat switches on here. It's kind of the same beat with the same, like, sample loop. So that's definitely something. It's nothing groundbreaking, it's nothing crazy, but I will say it definitely does get the job done. Now, let's move on now, because there's not really much to talk about this beat. I mean, this beat's fire, but, also it's kind of just taken off of a sample, and I'm just kind of going, alright, this is fire, but, it's the fucking sample that's making it fire, not the beat itself, because the beat itself is your basic ass 808s, your basic ass trap drum loop that just kind of repeats over and over and over again. And there's nothing really separating that, in my opinion. Now, let's move on now to get into 42 Dugg, because 42 Dugg is in the beginning. I do like 42 Dugg's verse. I think he has a pretty nice flow. I like that southern type, voice that he has, and he's always coming on the track pretty good. Flow-wise, nothing to really complain about. I think it really gets the job done. I just kind of wish there was more flow switches from 42 Dugg, if there was something like that to really set this song apart, to really just add something to it. But other than that, I would say overall 42 Dugg definitely does get the job done. It's nothing crazy. His variation of the hook is also, reminds me of Kodak Black. So, it's kind of take your pick. Would I rather listen to Kodak Black? Maybe. I'd rather probably listen to Kodak Black. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, or goddamn mighty. But let's get into Lil Baby, because Lil Baby's next up, and he's actually, you know, the hook on here, which is Lil Baby's verse overall, I'd say, had a pretty nice flow. I think overall in this entire song, Lil Baby had my favorite verse. All right, I like the flow switches that he brings on here. He really attacks this beat really nicely. And I like how Lil Baby really goes crazy on here. You know, when you have a hard-ass beat, I want to hear some hard-ass rapping. And this is the melodic Lil Baby flow, but it's kind of that in-between where, you know, you're getting all these flow switches, you're getting all these switch-ups, but you're also getting that addicting melodic flow that can easily get stuck in your head. So there's always some pros and cons when it comes to a Lil Baby, you know, feature. But I think this is one of the better features from Lil Baby in Big 2025. And I overall really do enjoy this verse. You know, this is one of my favorite verses off this track. And I do like his little variation of the hook too. I like how the flow of the hook is different from the damn verses. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but recently, you know, Lil Baby songs, other rap songs that I've been checking out recently, goddamn on this show, they've been just doing the same flow for the hook. And even Lil Baby did this on his album too, which I really didn't enjoy. So I really do like the fact that we also get that. Now, this is where the song goes downhill because we got Rylo Rodriguez. Again, you know, I can't believe a long time ago in 2020 I thought this guy's music was fire. I think Rylo Rodriguez is one of the worst rappers in the 2025. Like, if we want to talk about, you know, who is really still keep going at it, at least I can say Lil Baby, you know, is keeping his same shit. Rylo Rodriguez sounds fucking ass. Sounds fucking terrible. His voice, the auto-tune, sounds like nails on a goddamn chalkboard. I'd rather put a fucking gun to my head than listen to this goddamn shit Rylo Rodriguez be rapping about, because his vocals are so terrible, his flow's so terrible, it just makes no goddamn sense how Rylo Rodriguez can just ruin a goddamn song. I don't know what I thought about this guy in 2020, but things have definitely changed in my eyes and my ears, because my ears are getting goddamn assaulted every time I fucking hear this guy rap. I heard it on the Lil Baby album, I hear him on this song, and I'm just like, goddamn, this guy is just fucking ass. Like, what am I even listening to? So overall, guys, when we talk about this song, we talk about 42 Dugg, Lil Baby, Rylo Rodriguez. It is what it is. You know, it's a pretty good beat. But, you know, the beat's only good because the sample is really fucking good and rememberable. But, hey, look, Lil Baby did his thing on here. I'd say 42 Dugg did his thing on here. Rylo Rodriguez ruined the goddamn song. So that's definitely something. So overall, I'm easily going to give this track a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every single day. We got some stuff coming in the works. I think probably, you know, we're going to be going to have a little bit of a Christmas week. We're going to go over my, you know, worst songs of the year. We're going to go over my best songs of the year. We're going to go over some stuff that I thought about this year. We're going to go into changes of the show and all that type of stuff for Season 12. So make sure y'all follow up. It's been a hell of a goddamn year, and I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Yeah, guys. Bye.